Shalom, brothers and sisters. I wanted to come on here and share with you one of Lord Chaitanya's newest adventures that he is beginning to undertake. So I had originally wanted to, and some of you may have watched one of my previous videos where I was attempting to take this rock right here and cut it into a signet ring. I didn't make it very far in that adventure. I needed the proper tools in order to complete that quest of turning this particular stone into a signet ring of sorts. I didn't get too far. I need some diamond tipped cutting tools, which I didn't have the resources to secure. So, but this is my newest adventure. I got some 22 gauge sterling silver, which I had originally planned on making into some chainmail. But when I got it, I realized that the gauge of this is really, really thin, and I couldn't probably form this into a chain link, to make chainmail out of silver. So I have since decided to explore other options. Now, one of those options is to weave 25 feet of 999 fine silver wire, pure silver wire, into a garment of some kind. And one of the best things that I could think to do is to make a loom. Okay, so this is probably not the best setup here, but so this is my loom that I just built. It is long, so it's about over 36. What I did is I took a ruler, as you can see, and I drew I purchased, and I had this yardstick over about 3 feet a while ago, and I had it, so it didn't cost me anything. I had to buy the board. The board cost me about $4. I had to buy a hammer. That cost me $6. And I had to buy some nails, which that cost me about $3. So about $15, excluding the price of a ruler, however much a ruler costs. So for about $20, you can build a loom with some nails, a hammer, a piece of board, and a ruler. And what I'm planning on doing is these nails will serve as an anchor point to wrap wire. So I'll have 5 pieces of wire that'll attach here. I'll probably bend them in half and half them, so the half part will be resting there, and the rest of the wires will be, the loose ends will be tied on this other end to keep them firm. And then I'll go through the process of weaving so I'll put this, attach these to the ends to anchor it. So that'll be the core wire that are attached to here. Then I'll take some pieces and weave it through the 10 the 5 cords, but 10 strings that it will form for me. And I'll loom a piece of fabric out of pure silver. Now, my goal is to have it this thick. So the piece of fine silver fabric will be that wide, and hopefully I'll get about 30 inches long. Now, how long will I get with 25 feet? I'm not really sure at all how long. 25 feet is not a terrible amount, and with a lot of weaving back and forth, you know. Will 25 feet of 22 gauge silver wire get me a 1 foot by, I think that's 1 inch. 1 inch by 1 foot piece of fabric? What I would like to do is have it as long as 30 inches, and from 30 to here, where it's actually anchored at, I'll probably stop maybe around 30 if I have enough. If I have more, I'll probably go on maybe a little bit further than 30, but we'll see. But what I had intended is to cut it off of here when I'm eventually done, and use this section to braid it into the fabric. So these will be loose strands on the end, because I'll stop the bracelet here, and I won't weave anymore past in this section. I'll stop and use the loose strings to weave that into the remaining of my garment. That is the adventure. Let's see how it goes.